What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Orange Crush Hour, man. It's your host, JMX. Got my other host, Trav, here. And today we got a good one for you guys, man. We're going to be giving our award predictions for the season. MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then we're going to give our biggest surprises as well. It may be a little early, but I mean, I think we all pretty much got an understanding what this roster is going to look like after the preseason is over. But before we get into everything, Trav, man, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Just ready for OTAs to start next week. To be able to talk about OTAs, pump out some content on that, and then training camp, and then on to week one. Super excited.
Yeah, facts, man. The season, hey, man, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like this offseason kind of went by really fast. I mean, it really did compared to all the other off seasons. This offseason kind of went by lightning speed, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy about. But yeah, man, let's jump right into it. Starting off with, you know what? How I'm trying to think about what order I want to go in. You know what? Let's keep it normal. Let's go MVP first. Trav, let's start off with you. Who do you think is gonna be the MVP of the team this year?
I think MVP is going to be Bo Nix this season. I expect him to take that leap. I'm going to go ahead and say this early, and a lot of people may disagree with me. And that's perfectly fine. I think Bo Nix is going to pass for over 4,000 yards, close to 40 TDs. I think he's going to have a breakout year two. I think the offense only got better for him, and I expect him to take a huge leap and be the MVP of the team this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go past Sertan, man. I gotta go. I gotta go with him, no doubt about it. Yeah, I think he was MVP. I probably would say he was the MVP of the team last year for me. Defensive Player of the Year, best corner in the league, man. And I think literally the season he has is gonna dictate how the season goes for us. He has a very tough. Not gonna lie, it's a very tough matchups ahead. I thought I had the list pulled up right in front of me. Um, but I don't. But I remember the list being absolutely like ridiculous of the amount, like the receivers he has to go up against this season. But I definitely think his year is going to dictate a lot for the defense as well. I know a lot. I seen people saying, man, that he might have a little bit of a not a down year, but just not as a great year as he did last year. I don't believe in that one bit. But I'm gonna go past Sertan, man. Like, dude, he shuts down half the field, and I think that's gonna dictate what a lot of what the offense does as well. But yeah, I'm gonna go PS2.
I like that.
Uh,
I think
yeah,
he was the MVP of this team last year. The differences, and I've seen the matchup. I actually made a video on notable matchups with Pat Surtain. He's guarding a lot of really good guys, but with that list, it's not really too accurate because some of these guys are going to be coming out of the slot against our guy Jahdae Barron, the rookie. I think Pat Surtain's going to still have an elite year, like you said. I think that he might
yeah,
take
I got the list.
he might take a step back. No, I don't think so. But I don't think that he's going to have to be the MVP. I think the defense as a unit is gonna take care of that. And I think Bo Nix is going to have to be the MVP of the offense to get this show on the right direction offensively.
Yeah, facts. I agree. And his matchups is going to be Jamar. His main matchups: Jamar Chase week 4, CeeDee Lamb week 8, AJ Brown. Actually, think I got these weeks wrong, but these are the players: Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Nico Collins, and of course Brock Bowers. Those are the guys that's highlighted for him this year. And hey, man, look, last year wasn't nothing light, but I ain't gonna lie, this year is crazy though. This year is like the ultimate gauntlet of wide receivers you could play. But I think overall he'll be good. And as far as you said with Bo Nix, um, I just think, man, Pat Surtain is just like a top 5 player in football. And I don't even think that's a crazy thing to say. Like, I really love Bo Nix. I just think this dude, bro, like he's the best at his position, bro. That's why I gotta give him MVP.
I
But
agree.
going on the offensive player of the year. I low-key think he's gonna take mine, but go ahead, man.
Uh, I think the offensive player of the year is going to be Cortland Sutton. I think he has to continue on this track record from last year, which bringing up the fact that I seen right before we went live, like there's a lot of talk about Cortland Sutton getting 20 almost 25 a year contract
Jesus
from the
Christ.
Broncos, and I think if
Disaster.
I think if you get paid that, Cortland Sutton needs to go for 1,200 yards if he gets paid a big deal, and then have his true breakout year. I will say last year was his best year in his career. outside of the Drew Lock year. However, I think that we need to see Cortland Sutton take that step to being an 1,100 yard receiver next season.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Court, like in terms of, he does need to take a little bit of a next step. Um, I don't agree with the $25 million a year thing. That's one thing. Exactly how I feel about that. I feel like he should get around 15, just because of the age and what's to be expected of him. But I'm gonna go Marvin Mims, man. I'm definitely gonna go Marvin Mims. Had 500 yards last year, bro. 6 touchdowns in the limited amount of games and snaps that we used him in, bro. And I'm I'm expecting a big year from him. Like I think Sean is going to use him coming out the gate now. I don't think it's going to be any more of that. We don't start using this man until like week 8. I think this is a guy that's going to be used in the offense quite well, bro. And think about the number of times he got the ball and he put up 500 yards, 6 touchdowns. He was all pro last year for kick returner, for return man as well. I'm expecting a huge year out of Marvin Mims, bro. He's our X factor on the offensive side of the ball, without a doubt, bro. And I think this man's going to have a monster like an absolute monster season, bro. Um, I think he might go for 1,200 total yards, like 1,200 scrimmage yards. Definitely, I think he's going over 10 touchdowns, bro. I think they're going to use the shit out of Marvin Mims. I think by the time the end of this year is over with, he's going to be our best receiver on the team, bro.
I could definitely see that, and I agree with he's going to take that jump. I'm a big believer of Marvin Mims, considering that he only got used for half the season, if that the tail end of the season. I think it was the Atlanta Falcons game when they started really utilizing Marvin Mims. This might be a crazy hot take, but I think that 2 of the Denver Broncos wide receivers go for 1,000 yards next season, and I think this unit as a whole is going to be very effective.
Yeah, I agree. Going on to defensive player of the year. I'm not gonna give Sertan because I gave him MVP. So but I'm gonna get somebody else. But go ahead, Trav.
I'm gonna give Pat Surtain the depoy for the Broncos as well, defensive player of the year. I also think that he's going to go back-to-back defensive player of the year. I think Pat Surtain is going to make history. I know a lot of people are expecting him to take a step back because of the matchups, but Pat Surtain against elite talent is elite. Considering the only receiver that really had a great game against him was Mac Hollins in the Buffalo Bills game. Shitty receivers tend to do.
A good game.
I mean, it was better than everybody else, So it's like he had the most yards on Pat all year matchup wise. So considering that, I think Pat Surtain is going to lock down the majority of these elite receivers that he's matching up against. He might, have a struggle game against a bad player that he didn't expect to be that good, which tends to happen sometimes. But I expect Pat to be in the depoy conversation, and he could make history as a DB, winning back-to-back Defensive Player of the Years.
Yeah, I don't think there's a shot in hell they give him back-to-back depoys unless he literally does even better than what he did last year. I think this year, I'm just glad he got it this year because he may never get it again. And that's not a knock on his game. That's just the way the NFL works. But yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you at all. If I didn't have an MVP, I would definitely gave it to him. But I'm gonna go a little different right here. I'm gonna go Nick Bonito, man. Him and Jonathan Cooper led the league in sacks, and if you would have took away Jonathan Cooper and just had him and Zach Allen, they still finished top 5. They haven't paid him yet. I think they will before the season. I hope they do before the season because if not, we're gonna have to pay him even more money. But regardless, to say we don't pay him, I think he going into this season in a contract year, he's gonna go even crazier. Last year he had 13 and a half sacks. Bro. Actually, low-key is out of him and Zach Allen for me. But I'm gonna give the edge to Bonito because we kind of know. I think Zach Allen is kind of where he's gonna stay at the level he's at. I think Nick Bonito can get even better. So I'm gonna go with him, man. And the one thing I will say that the jump in his game is staying on the field, on rundowns, bro. That's been really crucial in his development because coming in he wasn't that great, especially like just against the run he wasn't that good. And this past season he was just really good all around. And don't even get me started on coverage as well. Bro, he is. Like I said, bro, if he's playing for a contract year, expect Nick Bonito to get probably around the same number of sacks that he got, if not higher. Now, I don't know if he's going to go for 15 sacks. 15 sacks would be crazy, but I'm not going to put it past him, bro. He's 25. Like, bro, it's only going to get better from here, bro. So I'm definitely expecting another monster year from Nick Benito, especially with the secondary we got. Everybody, bro, quarterbacks gonna be sitting in that pocket. They're gonna be having to stick because they're gonna have to sit in that pocket, man. So that's just gonna give him all day to hunt.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that there's going to be a big jump in Benito's game, but I also could see a world where we see Jay Coop take another jump. I mean, he had what 10.5 sacks last year. What if he goes for 12 and Benito goes for 15? That means we have the best edge rushing duo in the league, which statistically last year we did. Um, I expect Benito to actually be in the NFL depoy conversation as an edge rusher. So I could see that as well.
Yeah, I agree. For now, here's one thing I will say about the depoy thing, and I do want to bring up Zach Allen for a little bit. Um, do you think Zach Allen could get better, or do you think he's kind of hit his ceiling?
I think Zach Allen could get better, but I think that he is currently at the peak of what Zach Allen is, and that might be crazy. I think that we could get maybe a little bit better at production, but I think that he's kind of at the peak. But I also think that depends on who's around him. Um, if we take a John Franklin Myers out of the situation, which has been pretty much elite at pressures for the majority of his tenure in the NFL, does it look different? And that's a big thing for me is like we have to pay Zach Allen, Jonathan Cooper, and Nick Benito. And I know everybody's like, oh, John Franklin Myers is the odd guy out because of the guys that are there. But people fail to realize that this guy has been one of the best at his position for pressures pretty much his whole career. And you take that out, that's going to hurt you pressure wise. So um, I think Zach Allen is really good, and I think that he could get a bit better. But I think we can't just solely give Zach Allen the credit for his success, considering the front seven he has out there with him.
Yeah, I hear you, but I say against the run, bro, he's insane. Like he's still to me one of the best at his position, one of the more I would say dominant players at his position, and I would say underrated as well, where he doesn't get enough of the credit that I think he does too. And you're right, man. It's a lot of good guys on the defensive line, but I think when if you watch his film, bro, you watch how he is, even against the pass, against pass protection, against run, like bro, he's killing guards and centers, bro. Like he's manhandling them. But as far as him getting better, I think he may have hit his ceiling, but his ceiling is damn good though. Like this is like baby JJ, bro. Like he's crazy. So I'm good with that. I just wanted to give Zach Allen a little shout out, bro. He deserves way more love. Offensive rookie of the year. I feel like I know he's gonna go with. I feel like ours is gonna be different. But go ahead.
Offensive rookie of the year for me is going to be R.J. Harvey. I expect a dominant year from the run game, which I think is going to open up the pass game for Bo Nix, which is going to also feed my agenda of Bo Nix is going for 4,000 passing yards, 40 TDs plus. But I think that comes with an elite run game. I think R.J. Harvey is going to be the fire that this run game needs, and I think he's a sleeper for offensive rookie of the year in the NFL, and I think he's going to be Denver's best rookie. However, I do think Pat Bryant's going to have a surprising year for a lot of people. So
That's who I'm going with. See, look, I want to be different. Obviously, I think RJ Harvey is gonna get the ball way more. I'm gonna go Pat Bryan, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't pay Cortland Sutton just yet because this dude, bro. I'm telling you, like I'm seeing the vision right now, bro. I feel like he gonna be the crazy breakout of the NFL. Like I'm not saying like across the league. I don't want to go that far just yet, but like he's gonna be one of them, bro. Like I can just see it. Like you can just see it. Like even with him, like I just been seeing the vision, bro. This is a Sean Payton type receiver, bro. Great blocker, doesn't drop the ball. He's not the best route runner, but he's an above average route runner. I will give him that. His in-game speed is what makes him dangerous. Really good yards after the catch. This is a Sean Payton type receiver, bro. And I'm hoping Sean and I think he's ready. Like I don't think, I hope we don't go that approach where we're gonna wiggle him in and stuff like that. We got to see how he is during camp and stuff like that and what comes out, because we saw them do it with Troy, we saw them do it with Marvin. But this guy, bro, I just got that feeling that Sean is about to use him week one kind of like how we saw Vele a little bit. But like, I think he's gonna end up taking Vele's like role in this offense and just taking it to new heights, bro. I'm gonna go Pat Bryant. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets close to 1,000, like 800, 900 yards, bro. Like, I think Sean's about to factor in this. I feel like Sean's gonna put bro in the slot or wherever and just go to, especially like in the goal line situations in the end zone. I mean, my fault, in the red zone. I think Sean's gonna be using him a lot too, because with his size and his speed, it definitely creates a disadvantage.
Yeah, I would agree. And I've kind of seen some rumors around Denver possibly trading Sutton to the Saints for a third and a fifth round pick um, at before the season starts. I've seen like a rumor, which for a third and a fifth round pick, I mean that's not crazy good capital, but it's pretty solid for a guy that's pushing 30. And I kind of agree with you on Pat Bryant. I think Pat Bryant's going to have over 600 yards. I just think R.J. Harvey's going to have the ball on his hands more, which is going to I think R.J. Harvey's going to be in the offensive rookie of the year conversation for the NFL.
Yeah.
I think Pat Bryant will be looking in as a receiver, but like you said with Devon Vele, I mean that's where the big like question mark is. It's like, you know, Denver has Marvin Mims, which showed that he could do it. They have Troy Franklin that just needs to fix his, his tracking and his hands a little bit. They have Devon Vele that are all on rookie deals. Then you bring in Pat Bryant, that's a third round pick that Sean Payton is in love with, that's on his rookie deal. So you're not getting rid of any of these guys. You know what I mean? They're all going to be a factor because they're all on the rookie deal. So
Yeah.
that makes me wonder, like, and me personally, I think they're going to extend Sutton, and I think that they're going to use, and this is my vision, they're going to use Sutton on one side, Bryant on the other, and then Evan Ingram up the seam. So it's like it gives you it puts the defense at a disadvantage having two guys that, you know, can go up and get that thing, and, you know, Pat's super reliable. It just makes me wonder who the odd guy is, like who the odd guy out is going to be. Is it going to be Troy Franklin? I don't think so. I think Troy Franklin is going to be Denver's Z. I really do. It's just going to take him taking that next step. I think Mims is, like you said, probably going to be one of our better receivers. And then Sutton is Bo's favorite target. If you pay him and bring him back, it makes me wonder if we're going to take that approach that Denver took early in the year last year with a totally different receiving room. Are we going to see rotations from Vele and Pat Bryant? Are we going to see rotation and use all five guys? I think we are, but that's just me.
Yeah, and I think we can use them all in different ways. Like, I think there's going to be some plays where we'll still see Mims in the backfield, and we'll see, you know, Sutton, Franklin, and Pat Bryant out there in the receive. You know, like, it's a lot of things they can do, but I think they love every one of these guys, and I think Troy is also definitely a key factor and make or break for this offense. Like, I 100% do think that. One thing I will say is that it's gonna be interesting to see though, because if Pat Bryant is as good as how is if he's as good as how I think he's gonna be, then it's gonna I don't know how this rotation is gonna look, but I definitely think Sean is gonna try to use them all. But yeah, man, I think look, RJ, my thing with RJ Harvey is that I agree with you 1,000%. Like, I'm just trying to be different. That's it. I'm just trying to say name a different player, get him some love too. But RJ Harvey, like you said, he has a real shot at winning offensive rookie of the year. He's gonna have the ball in his hands more than probably any other rookie running back, maybe besides Genty. And yeah, because even Hampton splitting carries, bro, he's not gonna be really splitting carries. He's gonna be the alpha one running back, bro. Like, they're obviously gonna work and estimate some plays, maybe Jaleel, but bro, it's RJ Harvey. He's the guy, bro. And yeah, he's gonna have a great year. This is Sean type of back, bro. He's literally like, I'm not saying his game is 100% similar to Kamara, but if you watch the way Sean, if you real like watch his Sean offense, he's gonna use the hell out of him. Like, he's gonna use the hell out of him, bro. But I do think Estimate will get some carries. Like, he's definitely gonna get some carries.
So I have a question to ask you and it's something that I've been, like, I made a video about it. I've been thinking about it. So this this running back room is so inexperienced. Like, you got a rookie, you got a year two guy, and you got Jaleel McLaughlin that is what, a year three guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have all three of these guys. You don't have a vet in the room, and that's concerning to me. Do you think there's a world where Denver trades like a fifth round pick for Travis Etienne and brings the vet to the room?
I don't want that man anywhere near my team. Respectfully,
As a
I'm good with what we
as a
got.
receiving back, though, I think that like he's been very inefficient. Like for the last 2 years,
I don't. I don't want any of that fumbling shit being brought to my
but
team.
for the thing is 5 of those fumbles were from his rookie year. He's only had 1 fumble in 2 years.
The fact that you fumble 5 times in one season, I'm good, bro. Because it'll be just our luck. That man come to Denver and he pick up right where he left off with that. Bro, he's coming off of a season where he got benched. I don't want him coming to this team with them fumbling problems. Bro, look at Jacksonville. They running back. They what's his name, bro?
Tank Bigsby.
No, the running back they just drafted. I want to say Bryce Young too. Now I could be saying his name wrong.
Oh yeah, Brayshaw Tutton. Yeah.
Tutton, yeah. Bro, they talking about he fumbled the first, bro. I don't want that's why I didn't want Aaron Jones, bro. Bro, I'm good. We went from Phillip Lindsay to Melvin Gordon, bro. I'm good. I don't want nobody who putting that ball on the ground, bro.
So I kind of
agree. I can my running back fumbling 1 to 2 times. No, my fault. 1 time a season. You fumbling, bro. Once you start getting over 2 fumbles, you gotta go, bro.
The thing is, though, is so here's the thing, right? And I agree with you. Like I don't think that it's something we're gonna do, but it's just something I'm kind of open to. But you got to realize, like, it would be we would be renting him for a year. It cost Denver $6.5 million. Then he's an unrestricted free agent. What if Denver took the chance, right? And they had Harvey, Estime, and Etienne's the receiving back. He's a great receiving back, and Sean Payton could get something out of him. Do I want that? No, because I still want Jaleel to be in this offense. So you think we're going to start the year with Harvey, Estime, and McLaughlin? You think that's going to be our backfield?
I think it's looking like it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we bring it back. I just hope it's not Etienne.
I don't want
Etienne, bro.
I would rather have Etienne than Chubb.
I mean, maybe. I don't know about that. Bro, Etienne got benched. That man got benched.
Dude,
bro.
I understand what
They didn't play him.
Because he's, like I said, he's been one of the most inefficient running backs for the last 2 years.
Bro, I don't want that. But not him, bro.
But a change of culture,
you
though.
Inefficient and you fumbling, bro.
He's not fumbling. He's only fumbled once in 2 years.
I remember that fumble he had last year. It cost him a game. Miami wasn't in Miami week 1. Absolutely not. He fumbled in the 4th quarter at the 1 yard line. No, bro.
All right, bro. My bad.
Absolutely
my bad.
Not.
But hey, if it happens, are you gonna be pissed?
I'm not gonna be pissed, but I'm gonna be like, bro, why is he here? Like I just look. I get it. He's still very young, bro. He's 26. I get all of that, and I understand. Yeah, Sean could probably get some juice out of him, bro. But looking at it from this. Bro, I have a gut feeling if he comes here, he's going to be a fumble machine. I don't want that for our team.
You think that he's going to be Melvin Gordon?
Bro, I just don't I honestly just don't want that, bro. Like, he's a damn good receiving back. I'm not going to take that away from him. And I think if you do bring him in, he can be good in that aspect. But like, bro, say RJ go down. That man going to be RB1, bro. Oh my God!
But
it just make me nervous because every time I'm gonna watch him carry the football, my mind gonna think of that Miami game when they were at the 1 and Trevor Lollygagging, hand him the ball, and that man cost the ball up and they lose the game. And I'm gonna be thinking that, bro, because guess what? I've seen it happen before. You know how many games Melvin Gordon cost us from that fumbling?
Too many, bro. And always against the Raiders. But hey,
that's why they want Aaron Jones.
So
he put the ball on the ground too much.
So let me play devil's advocate. And knock on wood, I hope it don't happen. I hope RJ Harvey's healthy all year, wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. But if RJ Harvey goes down with the current state of our backfield, your RB1 is Jaleel McLaughlin, your RB2 is Audric Estime, and your RB3 is Tyler Bidet. And you're banking on winning football games with the same running back?
I'd rather just bring in JK, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Just bring in JK.
Let me cook for a second. With the same running backs that were fielded as the worst run game in the league last year, bro.
I hear you.
So it's like, I would be cool with...
Would you rather have a running backs who aren't... Okay, would you rather have a running back that isn't good or one that isn't good in fumbles?
I believe that, here's the thing, I believe that our RB1 through 3 is going to be Harvey, Estime, and Jaleel, and I'm perfectly fine with that. because
I'm fine with that too.
I think
I'm
that
just saying,
I think that
I'm not coming off no 3rd-round pick for no Travis
I
Etienne.
just hope that it's different than last year. Like I'm blaming Javonte Williams. Okay, I'm blaming Javonte Williams for the fact that we had the #1 win rate running the football when he was off the field. Okay, I'm blaming him. And if it's the same thing next year, then we're all going to look really bad if Javonte goes to Dallas and rushes for 80 to 100 yards a game, and our run game still sucks. Like, that's the thing. Do I think that's going to happen? Fuck no. I think Javonte Williams is washed. But it could. And if it does, and our run game sucks, then who are we blaming, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's...
I ain't gonna lie. I hear you, but that's not gonna happen. Number 2, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm good with the running back room. I get you. If RJ go out, just go sign another running back, bro. We can go sign somebody. I'm not trading any high value. I'm not trading anything.
5th round pick?
Nah.
Dude, what?
I'm good on that, bro. I don't want him, bro. I don't want Travis Etienne on my team. Bro, I'm sorry. I used to love Etienne, bro. But nah. You got benched, bro, because you weren't good. It wasn't that they gave up on you. You wasn't good.
To be fair, the Jags haven't been good his whole tenure there.
Bro, I feel you, but, bro, he wasn't good.
I wonder why.
Bro, look.
Their whole team sucked.
I hear you, bro, but then I don't. Because I just don't. Like, Melvin scarred me for life. I don't want no one who's gonna cough the ball up, bro.
All right, bro. Let's get off this topic. Let's go to the next one, bro.
I hear you. He had 1 fumble this past season. You had 5 your rookie year though, bro.
Hey, we're gonna run it with RJ, Estime, and McLaughlin.
You know he got 6 career fumbles.
I know.
I'm good on that.
I know. Yeah.
In 2 years, it means you're averaging 3 fumbles a year, and one of them cost you the game. Hell, we don't know what happened in the other fumbles from the 2022.
All right, bro. So I agree with you, though. Like, I want to run it with the 3 guys we got, though. Like, that's me. But I could see a world where out of OTAs, Sean Payton is like, we need to get a veteran. And that veteran is going to be 1 or 2 people.
J.K. Dobbins.
It's going to be Dobbins or Etienne. Everybody's saying Nick.
Sign me up for Dobbins. Sign me up.
Everybody's saying Nick Chubb. No. Hell no.
I'll take Nick Chubb. I'll take Chubb over Etienne.
Stop it, brother.
Bro, I don't want that.
Nick Chubb can't get through. Bro, Nick Chubb is going to be Javonte Williams. He ain't going to be able to get through the hole. Ever.
Nick Chubb don't put the ball on the ground. I don't got to worry about that.
And he ain't going to rush for more than 2 yards a carry.
I'd rather that than a turnover.
All right, bro. Let's move on. Let's go to
a takeaway in enemy territory.
Let's go to defensive rookie of the year, bro. Let's move on.
You know what it does for a running back when everybody, because I'm gonna tell you, he fumbled 1 time in Denver. You know what everybody gonna start saying with Travis Etienne? Hey, they got in Etienne. Punch. That's they start doing to Melvin. Remember that? Every time he touched the ball, they punching at the ball. 5 people want to see this man punching at the ball, bro.
So that's not an issue with our RB2?
Who? Estimate? Bro, Estimate fumbled 1 time. I'll give you the one time.
He had 2.
One of them got recovered. Look, I feel you. The one time, look. The one fumble you had, my brother. Look, it's all good. I understand. Look, I'm on the board. You fumble 1 time a year, I'm cool. I can live with that. But you fumbled 5 times in 1 season before? No, bro. Cause it'll be our luck. And hey, look, and y'all in the comments can agree with me. Denver has terrible luck with that. It's just how we are. That man will come to this team and have 6 fumbles in the season, and then we gonna have to cut him week 9.
So what would you? And I'm just like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't think we're getting Etienne. Okay, it's just something that kind of like came to my mind a couple days ago. So I made a video about it. Like, what if Denver gets him and he don't fumble? Are you gonna be happy?
Yeah, hey, bro, prove me wrong. But I'm just going off what I've seen so far. 5 fumbles? Absolutely not.
Honestly, I don't think we get Etienne. And even though I made a video about it, I must say it, like, we already have 2 running backs like him that hold onto the ball better, which is McLaughlin and RJ Harvey. So I don't think we get Etienne. But he might be a better passing option than both of those guys. I don't know if you agree with that, but
Then who? Estimating? Yeah, no. He is. I'll give him
He
that.
would be our
He's a
best.
really
He
good
would be our
receiving back.
best receiving back. Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm not doubting that. But bro, like I'm good on that. Like respectfully.
All right, bro. All right, bro. We good.
I'm just
That
that's
shit
just
turned
me.
into a
But
5 minute rant.
bro, I'm sorry, bro. I don't want that man nowhere near my squad, bro. Going on to defensive rookie of the year. Trav, who you got?
I got Jaquan McMillan's replacement. Shout out to Jade Barron. Yup.
Why you have to do
He
Jaquan
going
like
he
that?
he gonna strap the field up. I feel like Denver's finna have the best
This
secondary
man
in
did.
the league. Um, Shout out Jade Barron. He's gonna have a great year. I think he could also truly be in the defensive rookie of the year conversation, actually, in the league as well. Considering that he's a part of a secondary where they're gonna try this man, and anybody that watched his film at Texas, good luck trying Jade Barron. So I think he's gonna be in the picture in the league, but he's also gonna be Denver's best defensive rookie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I was gonna go Jade. So it's nobody else. I was really thinking about going as far as rookies wise. I don't think a lot of them are gonna get. I mean, I think Savion Jones will probably get more playing time, but I don't think Q is gonna see too much of the field this season. So I'm gonna go Jade Barron as well. No disrespect to Jaquan McMillan though. Put some respect on that man name. Chris, shout out Chris Harris Jr. Basically told Jade Barron, "Hey, bro, this not gonna be no easy pickings. Yeah, you a first round pick, but it's gonna be a battle come camp. And don't be disrespecting Jaquan like that, bro." But yeah,
Bro, I'm
I'm gonna
not.
go Jade
How am
Barron,
I disrespecting him?
bro, because you over here calling this man his replacement, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
I mean, am
But
I wrong? Am I wrong?
nah, you ain't wrong. But still, though, let him go earn it,
Hey, tell that boy Jaquan McMillan to dap up Jade Barron before he goes out there and straps up the slot. Shout out to both of them guys.
Yeah,
Um,
all right. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go Jade, man. I think he's gonna be the game changer for this defense that we need. As far as like, he's gonna free up a lot of guys in the passing game, man. A lot of guys in the passing game. I'm sorry, in the pass rush, he's gonna free up a lot of those guys. And because I mean, hey, look, last year, I thought we were really elite at it, but like you said, man, Jaquan, he gave up a lot of stuff. But I mean, you got Pat and Riley next to you, but I mean, having that elite guy in Jade right there, maybe it won't be open that time. Maybe he's better once the play breaks down and guys start extending and everything like that. So overall, I'm excited for him to play, and he has a chance to get defensive rookie of the year, like in the NFL. So
right.
yeah, man, shout out to Jade. But next thing, I think it's the last thing, unless you got anything else. Who do you think is going to be the biggest surprise? Okay, matter of fact, let's break this down for offense and defense. So, who do you think is the biggest surprise on offense?
So I'm gonna go with the biggest surprise. I know everybody's talking about Pat Bryant. Everybody's talking about Marvin Mims. Everybody's talking about Cortland Sutton. I'm gonna say it right now. Like Troy Franklin's gonna have a breakout year. I don't care what nobody says. Troy Franklin is a guy that when he was confident in college, he was Bo Nix's favorite target. And he can do after the catch. He can get open. With his route running, his separation's amazing. Troy Franklin's gonna have a breakout year and solidify himself in this receiving room. And people are gonna quit disrespecting him. They acted like he's just bad. The hands and the vision or the tracking, I mean, can be worked on. That's we see receivers work on that all the time and be great. So I expect a huge jump from Troy Franklin. I think the biggest surprise on defense. I gotta shout out my man's. I think he's gonna have a huge jump. He's been training hard all off season. I think we're gonna see J.L. Skinner be the X factor of special teams. And I think learning under Hufanga, he's gonna have a great year. In special teams, and I'd like to see him get some defensive reps, which I don't know if he will or not, but it'd be cool to see them use him out there in the defense. But I expect him to be the special teams guru and lead that special teams unit, which is going to be huge for Denver.
Yeah, man. First off, shout out to JL Skinner for sure, for sure. Um, for me, man, it's tough. I'm gonna go biggest surprise. Um, because surprise is such a tough thing, especially for this offense. Because a lot of these guys are rookies. A lot of these guys are really young. But yeah, I'm gonna go. You kind of took mine because I was deciding between Troy, but and Evan Ingram. But I don't think Evan Ingram will be a surprise. I do want to go that rookie tight end, but I'm not gonna go him. I gotta we kind of gotta wait to see how that pans out. So I'm gonna go Troy too. I think he's gonna make or break this offense, bro, for sure, for sure. I think that if he can take that next step, just in the receiving game aspect and get better on all the things he was lacking at least take some steps in improvement. I don't really see him making that big of a jump blocking wise. But I definitely think, tracking wise, I definitely see an improvement on that. And he can be one of our deep threats for this offense along with Marvin Mims. So I'm gonna go with him, man. I'm gonna go with him as the biggest surprise for the offense side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, biggest surprise. I'm gonna go Drew Sanders, man. I think they're gonna give him a role somewhere in his I think we said it before on one of our previous episodes. I think he could beat out Singleton for this other linebacker spot. But even if he doesn't, I'm gonna go him because really it was out of him or Jonah Ellis. But Jonah Ellis, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna use him more or less, or how they're gonna use him. But I would not be surprised if he's the biggest surprise. But for me, I'm gonna stick and go Drew Sanders. I think Drew Sanders has a better opportunity to start, unless Jonah Ellis just killing it in camp and they're like, "Bro, I ain't gonna lie, Jay Coop, you might have to get traded or something, bro, whatever." But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're both really good, so I'm gonna stick with Drew Sanders, man. He could take Singleton's spot, bro, just for coverage wise. He low key fits his defense a little bit better than Singleton, and you low key want that other cover linebacker alongside Greenlaw, so you don't have that pinpoint weakness in the passing game, man. So I'm gonna go Drew Sanders.
I can see that. I was just thinking, after I gave mine about Jonah Ellis, like I seen a report that like he has the most sacks for his age. He's the only edge rusher that's under 21 that had five sacks ever. So I expect Jonah Ellis to be utilized a lot. I know we have Jay Coop and Nick Benito. But we seen Dondre Tillman get used, and we seen Jonah Ellis get used last year, and that's another guy, Dondre Tillman. Like he could go for 8 sacks next year, for all we know.
It's
The,
true.
the edge rusher depth is crazy. Like you got 4 guys that are going to go out there and give you 5 or more sacks
It's
every
true.
year. So I like that whole unit, and I think with Jay Coop and Benito there, they can take a rest in game, and you can see Ellis and Tillman out there, and I think that the production's going to be, slightly worse, but still good.
Yeah, so nah, man, look, I agree with everything you said. I do, man. Look, Dondre Tillman, Jonah Ellis, and those dudes, like they all just dogs, bro. But I would not be surprised if we see like Q Robinson get some PT this year. I just don't know how. Like I'm talking about as far as edge rusher goes, but I definitely think we're gonna see him on special teams. But I do want to give another shout out to Chris Abrams Drain too. I think he's most definitely a guy we could see maybe. I mean, just depending. You know what I'm saying? Like, say a guy goes down, but I really do want to see him play though, because bro, when he came in last year, he was locks, bro. For a rookie, it was crazy. For a rookie, it was crazy. He was locks.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I would like to see Chris Abrams drain too, but it's like I don't know, bro. Like that means either somebody went down or, and I know the popular opinion is to hate on Riley Moss, and I don't get it. Like everybody hates on him because the game coming off an injury against T Higgins, like he was not healthy that game. I don't care what nobody says, he was not healthy, and it's just popular to hate on him. Everybody says he needs to be off this team, and he's a big factor to why this defense was as good as it was last year when he was
hmm
healthy. So
yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Do you think you got anything else?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we covered everything. Oh yeah, shout out to Bo Nix for throwing that first pitch of the Rockies game. It wasn't that the first win the Rockies have gotten in like a long time.
Yeah,
Don't they? Yeah, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, they're terrible. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think we covered all the awards and stuff like that. Okay, I do want to shout out my quarterback, bro, because I don't think I listed him in any of the awards. That doesn't mean I think Bo Nix will have any subpar of a season. I still think he's gonna have a damn good season. I just think offensive player of the year, I didn't want to be born and give it to Bo. I wanted to give it to somebody else, you know what I'm saying? But I think Bo's still gonna have a really good season.
he's
In
gonna be the
a, in
MVP. He's gonna be the MVP
yeah.
of this team, and I'm telling you, he's gonna be. Listen, all love to Pat. Pat's a lockdown player. He's our best player on our roster. Bo Nix is going to lead us somewhere that we need to go, and he's going to do it more efficient. And, everybody's like, oh, well, he started off slow last year. Week 1, I'm going to go watch Bo dot up the Tennessee Titan defense, and he's just going to ride. He's going to ride all year, leading this offense to victories. I think not having a run game kind of hurt him. And people don't want to realize it. Like, he had a shit ton of passing attempts. He had more than Justin Herbert. And Herbert is in a run-first offense, of course. But Bo with the run game, I'm going to tell everybody, Bo Nix is going to pass for over 4K. And he's going to have close to 40 TDs. He had 3,775. I don't know if that's exactly right. But he was not far off of 4K as a rookie. Yeah. So I expect him to toss for over 4K, and I expect close to 40 TDs from Bo Nix next year.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I think he will. Do you think Bo will have a sophomore slump?
No. And everybody wants to say, oh, well, C.J. Stroud did. C.J. Stroud only had a bad year because he was playing behind the most terrible offensive line in the league. It was terrible. He had no protection. I think Bo Nix's team only got better, and I think Bo's situation is just no hate to Stroud. I think Stroud is still
offensively. I think it's better because we got an offensive-minded coach,
and you have an offensive line that was number 1 in pass block win rate and number 1 in run block win rate when Javonte Williams was off the field. So you have an offensive line that's going to protect your guy. Yeah, the weapons aren't premier, but you have a lot of young guys that could be really great. So it's like, I think, and Evan Ingram, people don't realize how big this Evan Ingram pickup is. Like, Evan Ingram, he could go for over 1,000.
No, he could.
Easily. And then you have Court that's going to give you 800 to 1,000. If you have Mims at 1,000, bro, that offense, and then you have R.J. Harvey that's got 300 receiving yards or more, and then you have a run game. So it's like Bo Nix is going to take a step, bro, and it's not going to be backwards. Bo Nix is going to take a step forward, and it's going to be crazy. Like, everybody hates on him and says that he can't throw the ball deep. He's a check down merchant. Well, he has both. He can check down the ball and he can throw it deep, and he has the weapons to do both. So people are gonna see by week 6, people are gonna be talking about how good Bo Nix is, and they're gonna see like that he's the real deal. He's Sean Payton's next guy, and people need to realize that.
Facts. How you feel about who was that ranked Bo? Sports Illustrated. Wait, no, that's PFF. How you feel about PFF? Well, just for all of y'all out there, and we can let's go ahead and dive into it. Get y'all some more time for this episode, man. Bo Nix, PFF in their 2025 quarterback rankings, they ranked Bo Nix at 19. I'm trying to find here's the list. I'm sorry. The 18 quarterbacks that was ranked ahead of Bo Nix. Some of the more surprising ones people were kind of shocked about. Well, I'll list them. Tua was listed above him. Dak, Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, C.J. Stroud, Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love, Geno Smith, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, and all the ones that aren't really a debate are Herbert, Stafford, Daniels, Hurts, Allen, Lamar, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. Trav, how you feel about Bo Nix being ranked the 19th best quarterback entering the season? Because I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to go.
There's no reason that Bo Nix shouldn't be ranked in the top 15, bro. Dude, Geno Smith is not fucking better, bro. Like, that's the one name you said that just stuck out to me.
They had Geno at 10, by the way. They had Geno above Dak.
Geno Smith is nowhere near the level of Bo Nix. Geno Smith had 15 turnovers last year with a low amount of touchdowns, with a way better offense than Bo Nix has. They going to quit playing with Bo Nix. They're going to see next year. Bo Nix was Jaden Daniels won Rookie of the Year. Don't get it twisted. But Bo Nix was a better passer of the football. He had more passing touchdowns. He had more passing yards. Dude. But Bo Nix had the second most passing touchdowns for a rookie ever. And, I made a video about how Bo Nix had the best completion percentage for a rookie since Dak Prescott in a single game. Like, Bo Nix is him, bro. And they're going to see, they can put him at 19. They put Cortland Sutton at 32. for wide receivers. So they just disrespect us. And I've seen shout out to T Cohen, the TikTok creator that shit all over Bo Nix. He put us at second in the division behind the Chiefs.
I don't want to hear nothing from that. From that, I know you talking about the dude who be having like the big Bronco thing behind his head, like when he give his videos.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's.
So
I don't want to hear
so
nothing from
so
him,
he
bro.
he
Stay on that side, bro.
he gave the Broncos credit on uh, us being second place in the division. He thinks that we're gonna win one more game than the Chargers, which is going to be the last game of the year, and finish in second place. And it's crazy. All these guys that hated on Denver are now like trying to like. I seen people hating on Pat Bryant, and then they went and watched film. I think it was him. He went and watched film, and he was like, "Oh, Pat Bryant is going to be a great receiver because his release off the line." And yeah, Pat Bryant's release off the line is elite, but shouldn't you watch tape before you speak on it? Like instead of just spitting
That's
some
why I
bullshit.
see, and that's why I say I don't care nothing about what that man has to say, bro. Because you just basically you outed yourself. You basically exposed yourself that you just be yapping, bro. That your content has nothing. It's nothing important, bro. And I mean no respect by that, but like you want to sit there and talk ball, bro. You gotta at least before you go on there and talk shit about a team, like what's his name did as well, that fantasy footballers. But I mean, he's been exposed for being a clown though. I mean, when the Jaguars cooked this man, so you've been exposed for being a clown. But no, guys like him, bro, nah, bro. You don't want to do your work and you're just gonna come out and say the Broncos are gonna be bad without even or talk about players. Oh man, the Broncos suck at this spot. This bro, you just exposed yourself. Man, I went and watched his film. Oh, okay, so basically you made a video without even watching film on the players you were
Yeah, I
talking
think
about.
he graded Pat Bryant as like the worst draft pick, and then he's like backtracking in this video talking about how Pat Bryant
Exactly.
is going to be one of the better receivers because of what he did, and went and did research afterwards. So it's like,
You a
um,
clown.
yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like people be switching up, bro. I remember last year they all hated on Bo Nix. I mean, damn, like 99% of the creators and analysts were saying he was a reach. He wasn't going to be good. But then when he started playing good, they started like backtracking, like, oh, it's because of Sean Payton. Oh, he's only going to be good for 1 year. Like Bo Nix, and I'm gonna say this, and I think everybody that's watches Bo Nix will agree. Bo Nix is a guy that's only going to get better. And he was phenomenally good his rookie year. I expect him to take a huge jump. I don't think he's going to have to rush the ball as much. I think you'll agree with that. Last year, he had 400 rushing yards,
I hope you do.
four TDs, which I think that makes the offense scarier because then they can't like when you have a run game, they're not going to know when Bo's running the ball, and that's crucial. Like I think a lot of his runs were predictable last year because there was no run game, so they knew somebody had to get the yards. And I think Bo's gonna have a good year. I think he's gonna be sneaky on his feet again, but I think his passing numbers are gonna be phenomenal, bro. I think we're talking an elite
Yeah.
season as a quarterback.
Yeah. For me, man, addressing this list, bro, it's he just got to go out there and prove himself again. That's just kind of my whole thoughts about it. You know, he didn't even get he didn't get respect, bro. They were putting incorrect stats out between him and Jaden Daniels, bro. The 33rd team, if I'm not mistaken, they were doing
Oh
that.
God, dude.
Yeah, bro. I mean, bro, like he's gonna continue to get the disrespect because nobody expected him to be even in these conversations of being a potential good quarterback. It was just they threw him out as soon as they heard his name called, bro. So saying he's the 19, bro. First of all, Tua can't even stay on the field, bro. Like, yeah, I'm not using that. Like, come on, Gino, bro. Really? Bo Nix led his team to the playoffs as a rookie, bro. Overshot. He was the second best rookie quarterback. However, no, I don't care what anyone say. What was a fact from last year, and they can try to spin it, and they can try to. I saw somebody did a list talking about top 10 rookie quarterback seasons of all time, and they had Caleb Williams on the list from last year, and didn't even have Bo Nix on there. Look, people are gonna try to spin this however which way they want to. Bo Nix is a really good quarterback, bro. We're gonna have to see how he does in year two. I'm not saying he can't have a bad year. I mean, you never know. A lot of guys flip flop, but I don't think Bo's that guy, man. I think he's in a really good spot. I think he's in a really good situation, a really good position. And to sit there and say that some of these guys are better than him, Kyler Murray, who absolutely shit the bucket on the back end of last year, Trevor Lawrence, who just didn't even have a good year at all in general, Dak Prescott is coming off he tore his hamstring off the bone, and Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, come on, bro. Like, it's just in Gino. I don't even got to bring up Gino, bro. I mean, if they would have had Bo Nix at like 12, 13, I would hell 14. I'd have been like, okay, that's not that bad. To have this man barely crack the top 20 is entirely disrespectful, bro. There is not 18 quarterbacks in the league better than him. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Look, you know what I'm saying? If Jaden Daniels didn't have a historic season, Bo Nix would have been offensive rookie of the year. People forget it was at a point in last year, which he was the favorite to win offensive rookie of the year. But that's neither here or there. I don't want to, have that get into everything. But hey, man, it is what it is. He's gonna continue to get his disrespect. Even if he has another good season like he did this last year, he's gonna get disrespected. And just another thing to point out, man, they put out another article about, I think it was Sports Illustrated or somebody put out an article. No, PFF, I think, something like that. One of them. Who was this? Yeah, PFF. They put out another list, top 3 players for each team in the NFL, and they put Cortland Sutton over Bo Nix. They put Patrick Surtain, Quinn Miners, and Cortland Sutton. So I mean, hey man, like look, I understand it, bro. I get it. Nobody wants to see this man succeed, but sometimes it just gets ridiculous, bro. Like sometimes it's just like, what the hell are we doing? Like y'all just hating and sounding stupid because when the season starts and the Broncos do good again, the whole thing is gonna be like, man, who saw this coming? Bro, everybody's seeing it coming now, bro. But
I
yeah,
think
that's
that I
kind of
think they have us fighting for the division too. I can't remember if it's PFF or a different outlet. They put out the division, and I think they had us in first or second place. I can't
yeah. I
remember.
mean, the only people that I've seen that acknowledges Bo Nix and that he's good is NFL Network. NFL didn't put out stuff saying that we gonna win the division. So I honestly just don't know. I don't know what's PFF's, but I mean that's why I take PFF with a grain of salt. I only use PFF for certain things, bro. When it comes to like ranking, bro, they're terrible. They've always been bad, bro. It just don't make no sense. Like, I don't even think they had Pat Surtain as the best corner.
You have to get
Like,
click, and I agree that their lists are bad, but they have to do something to get clicks. And I've kind of noticed this trend on TikTok too, and just social media. People that talk bad about the Broncos always get views because Bronco fans don't go for it, and they go comment, "Hey man, like you don't know ball." Like for an example, that guy you were talking about earlier, that AZ guy, I literally commented on his video and got 7,000 likes. And I commented on another guy's on Instagram that said we were going to be last place of the division below the Raiders. And I said, we just like my comment's the same to all the naysayers, bro. My comment on every post is we just let anybody talk with laughing emojis, and it gets thousands of likes because these people are known clowns, bro. They do this shit for clicks. Like,
yeah, nah, it's a lot of them, and it just is what it's a lot of men that are like that, bro. A lot of these, I want to mention somebody, but I'm not. But it's a lot of them that really just it pisses me off. That I'm like, bro, come on, bro. Like some of this shit got to be clickbait. It's no way. But I mean, hey man, it's all good. Bo's gonna have to prove himself again. Hey, but the thing is, I like shit like this though. I love it because it's gonna give him motivation. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna give the team motivation. Like they did the same shit last year, but it was worse. Last year they was like, this man the worst quarterback in the league. Like, come on, bro. Like the last year they gave this man no shot in hell. It was no shot. After his first 2 games, bro, they wrote the Broncos season off. It's over. All right, but that's gonna do it for this one, man. Keep showing us love, you guys, man. We really appreciate all you guys for real, man. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. I'm your host JMX, my other host Trav. Keep hitting that sub button, man. Like real talk, keep hitting that sub button. We love all you guys for real. To the next one, peace out.